And welcome back to Fate. Hello, Ataraxia. This is gonna be a weird week, so let's just start. Going to the school of Saber. That's right, I made a promise to Saber. Today's the day off. I couldn't ask for better timing.
Saber の靴はよしあるな。
Meaning she's here then, yeah? Now strike while the iron is hot. First I have to contact Fujine at school, then the two of us will leave this house behind for a while. Surprisingly, the plans were made quite smoothly. All it took was a phone call to the school archery club, and when I broached the subject of school tour with the Fujine.
今日にする？いいよ。もう教頭先生に話つけてあるから。あ、お弁当持ってきてね。
So a bribe. And with that, I easily got an okay from her. With a bribe. I spent an hour making lunch, but that only took until about 10 a.m. It was just something that suddenly came to mind, and a tour would have been just as fine in the afternoon, but...
いえ、行くのでしたら、今すぐにしましょう。
I mean, are we gonna use all the time?
私の予定でしたら気にせずに。ええ。
Do you have plans? Do you ever actually... all the different events we've done with her. I still don't think I've seen you actually done anything that required any sort of responsibility on your part outside of protect Emiya. Nope, nothing's coming to mind. Saber pressured me into it with unusual enthusiasm.
しかし急だったかな、セイバ
ん？なんでしょう、シロ。
ー。だから急ぎすぎたかなって。学校案内なんて半日で終わるし、もう少し準備してもよかったのに。
いいえ、これで十分です。シロも学校に行くときは気軽ではないですか。ですから気を張らず、普段通り登校してください。
There it is.
普段通りか。わかった、そうしてみる。
She wants to see Emiya in his natural environment.
はい、それでは急ぎましょう、シロ。早くしなければ昼休みというものが始まってしまいます。
Okay, so it's not a half a day thing. She just wants to experience school with him. Saber urges me hurriedly. Just what about this does Saber enjoy so much? We take the usual path up the hill. I steal a glance at Saber, and she's making a face I can't quite read. I try a few different things, but in the end we arrive at the school gate before I'm able to gauge Saber's intentions. It might just be my imagination, but the school actually seems livelier than usual.
シロ、今日は休日のはずですが。
ああ、おかしいな。部活動にしてもこんなに騒がしかったことはないし。あ、そうか、文化祭か。
Oh, we've had those discussions. Is that like really soon? I thought it was still a week or two off at least. I guess they might be preparing all the way up to that point. I don't know. Right, the culture festival is coming up soon. If there are any classes doing major events, it wouldn't be strange at all to see a lot of people here.
文化祭？学園で祭りをするということですか？
That seems more like when you probably should have brought Saber to the school. I know she probably more wants the like going to school experience of Emiya's, but rather than the go to this festivity at the school, but
そう、年に1回生徒だけでお祭りを開くんだ。その準備で何人か校舎にいるらしい。けどそう気にするほどじゃない。いるって言っても30人ぐらいだろう。
Saber falls silent. Until now, she had such a bold attitude, but that composure is suddenly gone.
誰もいない校舎が見たかったとか？
いえ、そういうわけではないのですが、他に生徒がいるとですね、シロに迷惑がかかるのではないかと。その、こうと分かっていれば、リンに制服を借りてきたのですが。
There's gotta be artwork out there for in a school uniform, right? It's gotta be.
なんだって
Imagination, Shiro. Imagination, use it. The prospect shocks me beyond words. Saber would wear a Homurahara uniform? No, don't just throw them on screen. Just get rid of them. What is this unprecedented image in my head? Tasaka's uniform would probably be too big on Saber. No, above that, would it look good on her? No. I mean, in other words, we'd be like classmates and,
戻ろうセイバーすぐ戻ろう大丈夫遠坂のが無理なら桜のが
Oh, I do actually want to see this.
しかし考えてみれば私は来賓の扱いでした。
Obviously.
ホムラハラの制服を着ていては話がややこしくなってしまいますね。
Not if no one questions it. She sees through it in only 3 seconds. With the same calm she displays in battle, Saber arrives at the logical conclusion. Well, depends. Is it any really more complicated than explaining? Well, no, it would be more complicated than explaining why you're here. Whatever.
申し訳ありませんでしたシロ。あなたには普段通りと言っておいて私の方こそ無用な気を使ってしまった。
Alternatively, Saber, could you just wear the uniform otherwise?
シロ、どうかしたのですか？ひどく落ち込んでいるように見えるのですが。
Terribly.
いやなんでもないセイバーの言う通りだ私服だからって気にすることはないから中に入ろう
My delusion ends. Dropping my shoulders with a great sigh, I turn towards the school building. After seeing me enter, Saber passes through the gate naturally. For now, let's head to the archery club. I'm prepared for the attention that Saber will receive, but I'd like to enjoy the day until lunch is over.
助けてエミヤうちのエミヤが学校に
You don't get to talk anymore. Just as my plan goes into effect, back to the drawing board. Of all people that human soapbox go to just had to be stretching with the drunken field club. None of you get to talk anymore. A sudden cry rises from the entire boys' track team. I guess Saber's radiance is visible even from far away. A horde of male athletes always hungry for cures races over in a stampede and forms a circle around us to ogle Saber. A pain in the ass now obstructs our path to the archery dojo. Nope. Don't get to talk. Nope, 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 don't get to talk. Nope. Literally none of what they said matters. I didn't read much of it, but none of what they said matters. Howling, slavering beast. Countless ones, though. Keeping 20 meters out, they've only surrounded and observed Saber from a distance so far.
シロ、あれが文化祭なのですか？
I really hope not.
違うあれはただの障害物だ
Though you definitely shouldn't look down on them like animals. They might appear to be a troublesome pack, but there's a very good reason they become that way. That's because...
嘘わーいユキッチメガネあそこセイバーさんだセイバーさんだよ相変わらずゴージャスだぜくそ
With a Yahoo, the rampaging train kicks the circle of boys aside and charges in. I thought you guys didn't know her? I guess this must be after that whole thing that I still need to finish. Oh, I forgot about that. I should finish that. Like I was saying, that's because there sure is a lack of cute girls in the track and field club.
いやー相変わらず暇だなエミヤ
Yeah, I think that's by design.
で 今日は何してんの？うちのバカどもにそこの美人を見せびらかしに来たのか？
Maki Data Hayade. The archetypical girls Dragon Video Club members. Energetic as always.
あ、本当にセイバーさんとエミヤくんだ。
Good to see you.
どうも、お久しぶりです。エミヤくんもおはようございます。
And this young lady is easily the best out of this three. Sayusa Yukika. As far as Track and Field Club members go, she's an exceptional representative.
いや、おはよ
おはようございます、ユキカ。覚えていてくれたのですね。はい。セイバーさんこそ一度しか会っていないのに嬉しいです。
Oh, okay. Now I'm curious how that whole thing ended. Frankly, the atmosphere quickly calms down. And that's how our grand morning went.
もっと光を！なんだよお前ら！ユキカばっかで私はシカトか！
Do they meet eventually, maybe? Oh no.
楓もお久しぶりです。制服ということは部活動は終わってしまったのですね。あなたの素晴らしい走りを見られなくて残念だ。
ああ、ありがとう。
The moment Saber speaks to her, Makidera stops and suddenly becomes acutely aware of her surroundings. I'm not really sure what that means.
なあエミヤ、ちょっといいかな。
You gonna come out of the closet or something? I mean, we could probably find a nice big one for you to just run out of.
う。なんだよ。急いでるから手短にな。
セイバーさんって外国の人だよな。ご両親のどっちも日本人じゃないよな。
I would hope so, at the very least.
は？
Raised eyebrows. What is this girl saying all of a sudden?
見ての通りだ。生粋のイギリス人だぞ、セイバー。
Well, I don't actually know if she's pure-blooded or anything like that. Matters of race aside. Saber's got some other unbelievable issues.
やっぱりそうか。どうする？どうしようエミヤ。私外国語なんて話せないよ。
Are you an idiot? Oh, wait, no, I can answer that. Yes, you're an idiot. She clings to me in tears. Okay, no, let's run with this. Maki-chan, I have a solution for you. If you're afraid of not being able to speak a foreign language, just avoid her. All day. Never talk to her again. Watch from a distance, like several miles away distance if you must, but just never talk to her again. Easy solution. And it's exactly the right solution if you want to keep your pride and status of amazingness at the exact same level as normal. How should I put this, Mahidera?
マキちゃん、セイバーさんずっと日本語話してたよ。お久しぶりですって。
何？そんなバカな！今セイバーさんはこの学園で一番の美人を出せ。やはりあなたです。
Nope, you don't get to talk now either.
ある意味それが真実であったらどれだけ楽かと思うがな。
お、ヒムロ、いいところに来た。頼む。
I don't know if she's joking at this point. If she legitimately thought she said that, then she needs help.
了解した。すまないなエミヤ。この小動物は学校に見慣れない人間が入ってきて警戒意識が高まっているだけだ。一応無害なので気にしないでくれ。
誰が猿だ誰だ！まさかユキッチか？
ところでお二人とも今日はどうしたんですか？
あ、いや。
Impressive! She easily cuts straight to the heart of the matter. Can we have this discussion with Makidera running away?
この学園の見学に来たのです。シローが案内をしてくれています。
シローって誰だ？
What?
まさかユキッチか？
Just leave!
じゃあセイバーさん抵抗してくるかもしれないんですか？
She really is impressive. There is a hint of spite in Sayagus's voice. She is obviously thoroughly used to Makida's performance already.
嘘だよ
Is she trying to make a joke? Or is she actually being stupid? I don't know. And that's the problem. If I can't tell if you're stupid or joking, you've gone too far.
寂しいよ誰も突っ込んでくれないよ私猿でいいからさもうちょっと構ってよ
あ、マキちゃん、エミヤくんの名前はシローくんって言うんだよ。クラス違うから知らなかったよね。
Ah, okay. I gotta admit, even the people in my class, I didn't know a lot of their names, so... Honestly, I'm not good at names in the first place, so... Yeah.
ユキッチは優しいなでもお断りさエミヤの名前なんざ覚えてられねえ
Dude, you already remembered one of them.
重ねてすまない。マキデラはああやって悪者ぶらないとやっていけない小心者なのだ。
Shocking.
なんだとどっちの味方だよ金は
どちらかというと静かな方の味方だな。
Oh, I'm on that side too.
さてセイバーさん、転入のための見学というのは本当なのですか？
いえ、そういうわけではありません。この学園の中に入ってみたかっただけですから。
そうなんだ。藤村先生がさ、そういう交流も大切だからって。
藤村教諭が？そうか。確かに彼女は英語を受け持っている。そういう発想に行き着いても不思議ではないな。
Oh, thanks for filling in the gaps for me.
あそれはつまりどういうことなんだかね
簡単に言えば異文化交流という話だ。おそらく我々とは生活環境が違ったであろうセイバーさんに普段見ることのない生活を知ってもらおうという考えと、他にも誰とは言わないが海外の人と触れ合うことによって異国語に対する苦手意識をなくしていこうということも考えていたのではないかな。
Okay, you're filling in way too many blanks. You're basically inviting yourself in at this point, aren't you? To our little adventure.
へえやるな藤村先生私あの人のことただのかっこいい暴れん坊だと思ってた
Wait, Saber, are you surprised by that? It takes one to know one, Magidera.
なるほど。タイガは教育者としてそこまで考えていたのですね。
No. Here's the thing. What's the saying? I don't even remember the saying, but you can take almost any statement and make it sort of make sense. There are, as long as you leave enough blanks, almost everything could have some semblance of a logic to it if you fill it in after the fact. And a lot of people do that too. They come to conclusions that they want to be true, and then they just figure out why it makes sense or whatever after the fact. Even if they constantly trip over their toes or contradict themselves as part of it. Making decisions not really based on an ideal or a moral or something else that's fundamental bubbling up and you coming to a conclusion, but rather wanting something and then deciding your opinions beyond that to serve that. A lot of people are like that. It's a very unfortunate aspect of human nature, and it's one of the biggest reasons we're all fucked in the end.
まあ、あの人もちゃんとした教師だから。
She's so carefree concerning most things in life, but wise when it comes down to the things that matter? Are we assuming she did actually think about this? Well, our field trip did get approved quickly, with Fujine having to taken care of it well in advance.
ところでエミヤ、その手提げは何だ？
これは藤村先生に頼まれた弁当。とりあえず弓道場に届けに行く。
そういうことなら早く持っていくといい。あそこでたむろっている男子部員は私たちで追い払おう。
Oh, thank you for coming to that whole conclusion and then not trying to just tag along. Thank you. Thank you.
そうだね。練習サボってバカ話ばっかりなんだから。あんなんだから万年予選落ちなんだっつうの。
それじゃあ失礼します。セーバーさん、ゆっくりしていってくださいね。はい、ユキカ。あなたも無理をなさらず。
With a quick bow, Yuya hurries to help to... No, rather to stop Macadera from further abusing the boys' track team. The three of them balance each other out unbelievably well.
さて、じゃあ俺たちも弁当を届けるか。
はい。まずは弓道場ですね、シロ。
The dojo is quiet. I wonder if club activities are only scheduled in the afternoon today? In the heart of the still empty dojo, a tiger that just lays sprawled out on the floor springs up to her feet.
シロ遅い。もう待ちくたびれて敷物になっちゃうかと思ったわよ。
Some tigers do end up like that. You already have. Just now, you most definitely have, Virginie. Admittedly, I did think that you already have one first, but I decided to go a different route.
お待たせ。けどこんなに注文したのは藤姉の方だぞ。1、2時間は待ってもらわないと。
And I put, or rather pile up the lunch boxes I've been carrying onto the ground. There's enough food for about 6 people.
上出来上出来。お疲れ様シロ。これだけあれば十分よね。私でしょ、さくらちゃんでしょ、シロとセーバーちゃん、みつづりさんのお昼ご。
タイガ、私もここで食事をとるのですか？
そうよ。せっかく学校見学に来てるんだから普段できないことをしないとね。
しかし私は部外者で。
細かいことは気にしないの。今日は見学に来たお客さんだし部外者なんかでもないわよ。セーバーちゃんはシロの保護者じゃなくて家族なんだしね。うちに授業参観があったら見に来てほしいぐらいよ。
That's an interesting way to view their relationship.
私はシロの親類ですか？
I mean...
確かにそういうことになっていますが。
いいのいいの。いつもはライダーさんがいるからいいけどライダーさんもふらりとどっか行っちゃうからね。
Are we just gonna call this her trying to subtly say, you're already like family, maybe you should...
そういう時セーバーちゃん一人きりでしょ。だからたまにはこういうこともしないとね。
タイガ、ありがとう。心遣い感謝します。先ほどの一件も含めて今日のあなたはいつにも増して頼もしい。学校内のタイガは見違えるようです。
Not wrong. From behind Saber, someone wholeheartedly agrees.
先輩、セーバーさん、いらっしゃい。
よ、お疲れさん。悪いね、今日はご馳走してくれるんだって。
お邪魔しています。お二人とも今日は部活動だったのですね。はい、今日は午後からなんです。午前中は文化祭の打ち合わせを三辻先輩としていました。
まったくこれっぽっちも決まらなかったけどね。参ったよ。飲食系はとっくに申請数オーバーしてるしさ、うちの部員たちは変に不器用なのばっかりでね。
すみません、きっと一番不器用なのが私です。
ああ、いや、なんとかなるさ。みのりもいるし、いざとなればあいつに踊らせる。いや、待った、演舞だったらここに達人がいるじゃない。ねえセイバーさん、文化祭の日って暇かな？予定がないならちょい手伝ってほしいんだけど。
I suppose martial arts is a lot like dancing. Hey, Mrs. Did you just casually not deny Sakura, like, saying that she's the most useless at all? Oh no. That's like, that should be like automatic. My goodness.
私ですか？
そうそう、セイバーさんさえ良ければうちの出し物に力を貸してくれない？セイバーさん器用だし舞台映えもするし、何より藤村先生がかなわないっていう剣さばき、他の誰より私が見たすぎる。
At a loss for words, Saber remains silent. Hey, Saber, you don't have to do anything you don't want to.
また三つそんなことをいきなり言われてもセイバーを困らせるだけだ。第一セイバーは弓道部の部員じゃないだろ
う。でも関係者でしょ。さっき藤村先生が言ってたじゃない。セイバーさんはエミヤの親類だって。
The Emiya family isn't even part of the archery club. Oh, come on. If you're going to have that many degrees of separation, might as well have anyone in the school be available.
うちの文化祭に出演してもどこもおかしくないでしょ。
How about that? Her face retorts with brimming confidence. No, I don't think that's a good argument.
それはだな。
Emiya's not smart.
何？それともエミヤは反対なわけ？セイバーさんがうちの文化祭に出ることは？
There's a difference between coming to it and performing in a specific act in it.
そんなわけあるか。セイバーがホムラハラの制服を着てくれるなら俺の3年間に思い残すことはない。
Okay, you know what? We may be able to get something positive out of this. Good point, Emiya. Good point.
ほら決まりだ。
Emiya is a genius. Never mind. This is his crowning moment.
ねえセイバーさん、ちょっと考えてよ。藤村先生もエミヤもこう言ってることだしさ。
ええ、前処させていただきます。私でいいのでしたら喜んで。
We could get you a uniform. We could even have it properly sized for you and stuff like that. I almost feel like that might happen. No, I don't think they'd spend that much money. Uniforms probably aren't cheap. Saber's voice is, gentle. What's with me? For just a moment, even though I'm not upset or anything, my chest grew tight.
はーい、決まったところでお昼にしましょう。ほらシロ、お弁当広げて広げて。お腹ペコペコなんだから早く早く。
I don't care. No. Yeah, if you're hungry, if anything, it's just gonna make me want to like find every random excuse I could do to just draw out this pressing of the button and keep talking and talking and talking some more, and fine.
いい話のオチを台無しにしやがって。はいはい、わかりました。さくら、お茶の用意手伝ってくれ。
はい。いいよエミヤ、それは私がやるから。こっちは昼飯をごちそうになるんだから、そんくらいはやるって。
そうか。じゃあさくら、弁当の準備と藤姉の相手を頼む。監視を怠らないように。
シロ、それはどういう意味なのよ。
I think everyone here knows you well enough to know that that's exactly what you do.
はい、一切れたりともフライングはさせません。それじゃあ先生、お弁当広げましょうね。
今日は何かな。
After finishing lunch, we leave the archery range. The stacks of lunchboxes were weighing down our tour earlier, so they stay behind. I'll let Fujine take them home while we continue touring the school.
ごちそうさまでした。ああいった昼食もいいものですね、シロ。
お粗末様でした。本当のところ屋上で食べたかったんだけどな。それはまた次の機会でいいか。
That is an experience, I'm sure.
はい、次はぜひ屋上で。リンの話ではシロの昼食は屋上か生徒会室という話でしたから。
True enough. It's not really a thing outside of Japan. Well, not in America at least. Rooftops are, maintenance related. Not really accessible in that way. We put the archery range behind us. Next is Yeah, since she mentioned it, we might as well just visit this. Back. Sorry. Next is, yeah, since she mentioned it, we might as well go visit the student council room. I see students scattered throughout the school building, so they might be there too. Well, I mean, if we just had a big culture festival meeting, probably. By now, I've gotten used to the high-pitched squeals whenever we pass students or classrooms in the hallways. Have I just learned to tune it out, or am I not even noticing them? Saber walks through the somewhat, considering it's a holiday, crowded halls with composure. Ah, okay. Oh. Unexpectedly, we come across Mr. Kazuki. Of course, we're at school, so it's natural he would be here.
おはようございます。
おはよう。というには時間が過ぎているか。体は達者か、エミヤ。
I am now forgetting. In the translation, do they typically use honorifics? I feel like I don't remember any case of hearing someone called Mr. in this. But like, yeah, Fujine, and I'm trying to remember if it... I almost feel like they just... I don't think they use honorifics very often. Whatever. A strange tension fills the air. Saber's expression is somewhat tense as well, because he knows his role. Or she knows his role. Kuzuki fixes Saber with a hard gaze. He's no Magus, but he still is Caster's master. He might take Saber's presence in the school as a sign of an upcoming battle.
久月先生、セイバーは
藤村先生から聞いている。門限までゆっくり案内をしてやりなさい。
ああ、はい。どうも。
I was the one who misunderstood. This person isn't one to fight without reason.
その説はどうも。今後ともよろしくしてやってくれ。
Oh?
はい。時間がありましたら。
Huh? With a good day, Kuzuki goes on his way. Okay. He walks away silently, as always, with... What's superbly balanced, flawless footwork?
ちょい待った。セイバー、今の何？
Something happened between you two? Why would Kuzuki be grateful to Saber?
どうということはありません。
It is probably the main story point that is, like, in all of this.
たまにキャスターに呼ばれ、彼女の内職を手伝っているだけですから。
What now? She has a side business.
内職？キャスターが内職？なんだよその怪しさ全開な説明は。あいつがお金に困るなんてことないだろう。
After all, she's a one-of-a-kind Magus. Beats like turning lead into gold would be child's play for her.
私もそう思うのですが、生活を裕福にするための労働と精神を裕福にするための労働は別なのだとか。まったくどこから注文を受けているのか。あのようなドレス、私の時代でもそうなかったというのに。
Oh, does it have something to do with the clothing? Saber grumbles about something. Did she successfully get Saber to be a model for her? Anyway.
まあ、あれはあれでやりがいのある仕事なのですが。
It appears Saber did not mind it either.
失礼します。ってやっぱ一世だけか。
おや、誰かと思えばエミヤか。
He looks up at me from some documents and a calculator.
セイバーさんもご一緒とは。
Hi.
そうか。連絡のあった見学者というのはセイバーさんのことだったのだな。
Best girl. Meet Saber. Issei nods. Though he universally regards the female population with scorn, Issei seems to have taken an unusual liking to Saber. According to him, he felt her a divine presence or something.
お茶を入れよう。どうぞ楽にしてください、セーバーさん。
ありがとう。お久しぶりです、一世。
いいのか？忙しいなら出直すけど。
構わんさ、すべて雑務だ。すぐ片付けなくてはならないものでもない。
Leaving Issei to serve the tea, I take a seat alongside Saber. We can hear the Climber Club activities coming through the window.
してエミヤ、セーバーさんを連れて見学とのことだが、なぜここに？特に見るべきものはないと思うが。
そのようなことはありません。生徒会室と一世のことはシローから聞いていたので、どんな場所か興味があったのです。
And you sorta gotta admit, most schools are pretty samey. The student council is probably, especially with a friend of the person in question. Yeah.
そうですか。残念だ。二人が来ると知っていれば上等なお茶受けを買ってきたのですが。
いいってそんなに気をつかなくても。それに飯食ったばっかりだし、喉休めのお茶が最高のごちそうだよ。
そうか、それはよかった。しかし昼食はどこで取ったのだ？食堂は休みだろう。
弓道部です。シローにお弁当を作っていただきました。
なんと、すれ違ってしまったか。弓道場なら朝一で訪ねたというのに。
シローの昼食を食べ損ねてしまいましたね。
しかり、いや、是非もないとしても残念だ。
I suppose. It feels like they both love me so much. Saber and Issei complement each other frightfully well. I only just realized this, but they might have really similar personalities.
さて、今日は文化祭前ということで多数の生徒がおりますが、彼らもセーバーさんの見学を快く迎えてくれるでしょう。
Warmly is one way to say it. You could say burning hot with a passion is another way to say it.
いい機会なのですから校舎を回ってきてください。いや、ここがもう少し面白みのあるところならよかったのだが。
いいえ、そんなことはありません。できればもう少しここで休んでいきたいのですが。
Yeah, I nod in agreement. There's still time, so I'd like to take it easy for a bit longer.
そうですか。では雑談などを少し。セーバーさんには学園のことよりも学園でのエミヤの話をした方がよろしいか。
No? Saber lets out a curious gasp. No, your answer is no, Saber. But personally, I can't stand being talked about like I'm some tasty morsel to be enjoyed over tea.
待て一世、何を話すつもりだ？
うろたえることもあるまい。本来それが目的であろうに。第一聞かれて恥ずかしいことがあろうものか。エミヤは悪行をなしているのか？
いや、それはそうだけど。
おや、シロ、何か私に聞かれたくないようなことでも？
ないぞ。隠し事とか一切ないぞ。
では決まりですね。一世、よろしくお願いします。
Uh-oh. Ah, they just went ahead and ignored me. These two get along way too well.
さて、そうは言ったものの何から話したものか。いざ選ぶとなると多すぎて難しいな。
ここでシローは手伝いをしていると聞きましたが、どんなことを？
そうですね。基本的には公共物の修繕などを。何分壊れたからすぐに買い直すという余裕がないので助かっています。
Yeah, I feel... Man, the school's not doling out money for that. It just... Oh man, this is embarrassing. It's like a parent-teacher conference. I wouldn't mind it so much if it were Kuritsugu or Fujine, but for some reason it's especially embarrassing to have Saber hear about me.
なるほど。確かにそれはシローの得意分野でしょう。
他にも何というわけではないのですが、各業というよりも気がつくと誰かの手伝いをしているといった感はありますが。
ああ、なるほど。 それは確かにシローらしい。
You don't look as happy as before.
へえ、俺もそう思うのですが、それがエミヤですから。
本当に困ったものです。それで一世、詳しく話をするとどんなものがあるのでしょう。
いかようにも長くなりますから面白いものから話していきます。
A couple of giddy honor students, these two. Whatever. Just easy, please. And we spent the rest of the day. It dragged on for a long, torturous hour. The two of them were talking really excitedly, but at this rate, daylight will be gone. We still haven't seen a lot of the school, so I suggest we take a break for today.
いや、引き止めて申し訳ない。引き続き校内見学を楽しんでください。
いえ、貴重なお話でした。大河の語る素人はまた別の面を知ることができました。
いや、この程度でよければいくらでもお相手します。何かあったら今度は寺までお越しください。あそこでならきちんとおもてなしもできる。
ええ、機会があればぜひ。
一世、お前まだ喋り足りないのかよ。
当たり前だ。3年もの心のアルバムだぞ。今日はその1冊目を紐解いたに過ぎん。次は待望の2年目にだな。
行こう、セイバー。一世がこんなにおしゃべりとは知らなかった。このままだと最後まで付き合わされるぞ。
そうですね。
She considered doing it. She considered doing it. I saw that look.
それでは一世、また後ほど。
そう。2年目はお待ちかね。メインイベントの夏合宿が控えているのだが、消えたというかだな。何か調子に乗ってひどい醜態を晒していなかったか、俺を。
Possibly. Maybe. We spent the afternoon leisurely. We visited all the special classrooms like the music and AV rooms, and then the gym and library, and then the student cafeteria. Showing Saber around, who had never seen a school before, turned out to be more fun than I expected. I think it was well worth it. We continued into the evening. The students had begun heading home, and we started thinking of doing the same.
最後に、シローの教室が見たいのですが。
For the first time today, Saber asked to go somewhere on her own. She's gonna have...
ここがシローの教室ですか。あまり他の教室と変わりはありませんね。
そりゃそうだ。教室はみんな同じだって言っただろ。クラスごとに特徴が出るのは後ろの掲示板とか机の傷ぐらいなもんだ。
おうおう、なるほど。ではシローの机はこれですね。
Using some kind of intuition, Saber points out my exact seat.
この小綺麗な机の中央に見るも無残なひび割れが、鉄槌が落ちたかのような惨劇だ。
Huh.
シロ、これは一体。
それは藤姉がすっ転んで俺の机にヘッドバットかました後、血をドクドク流しながら授業を続けた。
Did that happen in Fate Stay Night? That sounds vaguely familiar, but that might just be because Fujine is... Fujine? In my 3 years here, that was the first legend of Fujimura. Oh, okay, the first.
そうでしたか。シローらしからぬいたずらの後なので不似合いだと思ったのですが、大河がしたというのであればそれもシローらしいと言うべきですね。
That oddly cheerful comment. Saber walks around the classroom. Even though there shouldn't have been anything worth seeing here, she seems to be happier here than she's been all day. Well, since we come all this way.
なあセイバー、今更だけどどうして学校に興味を持ったんだ？
The question had been nagging at me since morning.
そう大きな理由はありません。ただシローの学生生活とはどのようなものだろうと
Yeah,
興味を持っただけです。
yeah, I thought it was fairly obvious. She's interested in a side of him that she can never see. So she wanted a little peek on that.
大河と四郎のおかげでこうして直接来ることができました。
I mean, I get it, but still, I haven't even fulfilled half that wish. It's the school life that Saber said she was interested in. Well, it's your life. Not the buildings, but the everyday life that people spend in it.
平日に来るべきだったかな。そういえば授業が見たかったんだろ。
そうですね。のんびり眺めてみたいものです。ですが、私は例題ができないので。
Yeah, that I was just thinking that would have been like the perfect way to do that. Just be sort of off and not even be in a state where Emmy is gonna be like, oh, she's over there. I mean, act weird as a result.
例題化できなくてもいいじゃないか。いっそ転校しちゃうのはどうだ。戸籍とか手続きとか遠坂あたりなら用意できそうだし。
You know what? I think this is also motivated by the desire to see her in the uniform. I see, not Saber.
それは素晴らしい。考えてもみませんでし
It's
た。
not like you spend your days doing anything more productive. I gotta be honest.
だろ。よし、帰ったら遠坂に相談してみよう。あいつのことだからこっちが驚くぐらいあっさりお膳立てしてくれるだろうし、藤根だって協力してくれる。
I babble on like an idiot, as if in a fever dream.
はい。楽しみにしています。シロ。
Saber answers with a lovely smile. Though I'm wondering just what she's thinking behind that smile. I still don't know the difference between a promise and a wish. And like that, our brief respite came to an end. Just as it was this morning, our walk home is calm and leisurely. The view overlooking the town from the hill road is different than usual. No, I should say that the view is always different. I normally just don't take the time to pay attention to it. Stopping for a moment, Saber turns her soft gaze towards the town.
何かあったのか、セイバー。
I ask as casually as I can. I call out to her in my usual voice so as to not spoil the fun we had today.
いいえ。目立つものは何も。ここは私たちの知っているいつも通りの冬季の街です。
A gentle breeze wafts through the air. Her golden hair sways in the wind. Our pleasant day is about to end.
なら帰ろう。別に珍しいものはないんだろ。
ええ。ですが、もう少しだけ眺めていたいのです。この景色をずっと覚えておくために。
大げさだな。そんな必要はないだろ。また明日ここで見ることができるんだから。
Not just tomorrow, but until eternity. The Holy Grail War will never end. Even if I were to die and she were to disappear, this peaceful life would go on forever. As long as the fighting never ends, as long as no one wishes for it to end. That promise will never be reduced to a simple wish.
でも、あなたはそれを許せない。我慢できない人だから。
The sunset is beautiful. No, that's not it. What's beautiful is that she...
そうでしょう。この誰も失われていない理想郷で、あなただけは失われたものに価値を見出そうとしている。
Above all, that she feels the beauty of this sunset. I finally understand. This whole day, she didn't hide her face even once. She saw that promise off with a smile. The promise that she could fulfill if she only wished for it.
そうだ。俺は聖杯戦争を解決する。
Such self-righteousness. There's really no need to end this war. I could just sleep until the 4th day. I could just close my eyes and let the 4 days pass me by. That alone, this strangeness would end. But that's not possible for Emiya Shiro. That would be to disregard that which was lost. To surrender to ignorant bliss, a life without progress. You won't accept the most convenient happiness. He's not one to take whatever's thrown at him. This self-declared hero, that's twisted to the bone.
はい。あなたも多くの者もそれを非難するでしょう。ですが私は尊いと思う。あなたは聖杯戦争を終わらせる。私が止めようと助けようと、結果はきっと変わらない。
And that's why she didn't make any promises she couldn't keep. Like watching a well-made tale unfold, she simply smiled and closed her eyes to tomorrow.
いいのかな。俺の考えは凝り固まった意地みたいなもんだけど。
ええ。その誇りを守り続ける。この身は最後まであなたの剣としてありましょう。
Now, this one was a promise. She swore an oath to fight alongside me. Without an ounce of regret, she will continue cutting the dream spectacularly into ribbons.
そんなに悲しい顔をしないでください。大丈夫。仮に終わりがあるとしても、それは別れではありません。
別れではない。
ええ。私たちはそれぞれ望んだ未来に帰るのです。
Well, of course. Whatever that desired future is, we'll know when the dark night ends. There's nothing to be afraid of. The light of the brightest star of them all is guiding me forward.
家に帰ろうか、セイバー。今日は一日ありがとう。
いいえ。私の方こそありがとう、シロ。
Yeah, oh, you know what? I didn't expect it to get into this very main story-ishness, where I actually felt like there was an emotional arc to push it forward. I did not expect that in this. We resume walking. The curtain falls on another day. Technically the 4th day. Now, when I wake up, I will have to keep living a life worthy of this sword myself. That wallpaper better be. Give me a sec. Nope, okay. No wallpaper for freaking Saber and a Homurahara uniform. Yeah, no, I sort of still wanted that in the end, yeah? I guess I'll just have to use Google. No, that was actually pretty nice. Yeah, I hadn't really internalized the fact that out of all of them, Saber's the one who should be lost no matter what. That this is through the infinite possibilities, not a world we should have been able to reach outside of providing all these for specifically her to be still around. That does hit the nail a little bit harder on the head as to what's being given up by ending it. I do wonder if they'll answer in any particular way what the result will be when it ends. What will be left, what will be lost, what will be there. But that'll be what it is. I'm going to record more on another day. But until then, I'll see you next time. Drive safely, everyone. And hello, and welcome back to Fate Hollow Ataraxia. Last time, we got a little bit of a push, and I'm curious if after that, if I start this, if we're gonna jump right into something. Nope. Nada. So, yeah, we have the ghost house thing still. So, I guess I haven't unlocked a lot of the pool stuff. I'm sort of at a point where, like, I think that would be enjoyable, but maybe I'll come back to it, but I think I just want to do the main story now. I'm just at that point where it's just like, especially with that little kick in the butt at the end of that last one, with Saber, it's just like, yeah, I want to keep going on this. I want closure. I head towards the residential area of neat rows of Western-style buildings. Going uphill, I make a detour around Tasaka's familiar house and into the woods. The glaring sunlight blinds me. I find the house I was looking for much sooner than I expected. Hiding in plain sight, eh? So similar. So this is the other of the twin houses. My goodness. Was there anything to even foreshadow this aspect of it? Had the freaking ghost house and... The two Western-style buildings look too much alike. Makes me feel like I've suddenly teleported to Shinto with a single step, even though having just been in Miyama. But if you look carefully, you notice that there's it's different from the one in Shinto. The image of this place at night, the one that I have no memory of ever seeing. This is unmistakably the place where the Lady Magus and her servant were hiding out. During the day, even. And...
誰もいないか。
Still, but I see that bloodstain down there. Was I too late? Has that bloodstain been there at night too, I wonder? I never noticed if so. The second floor is too quiet. If I had arrived at this mansion a little earlier, that Magus might have been sleeping on that sofa right about now. Why? Didn't they hide out in, like, during the day specifically, and went out at night? Wouldn't this still be prime hiding out time?
それはないよな。この部屋、人が使ってた痕跡がない。
I search around the room. Spot three differences from the mansion in Shinto. There's a bloodstain that was splattered on the floor half a year ago. An accessory lying nearby that bloodstain, and a 16 puzzle has been left on the table. So that's the big let's call it foreshadowing for the character arc here. Him never wanting to finish the puzzle even though it would be simple to do so. The Magus named Bizette is not here, but there are definitely blood stains. There are two possibilities that I can think of. Either that Magus is a ghost that doesn't know she's already dead.
ここは彼女の本拠地じゃないってことか。だな。
The real coffin must be someplace else. This is just the place where she comes falling down in the very beginning. Someone's wish. A method to reproduce the Holy Grail War. It's not enough to only gather the components. Just gathering the parts won't make the world move. If normal days were all they wanted, a stagnant world would have been good enough. But if they wanted to reproduce the war, the one at the center of it all would have to keep moving, or the conflict would not reappear. You must discover the meaning of your existence. For that purpose, the one granting the wish disguised himself as someone who can keep the world turning. Or maybe he just borrowed this person's point of view. And if he keeps the normal days moving, the fake Holy Grail War will keep moving as well. So is it just like a big contradiction? The idea that in a sense, the Avenger, because the whole thing about Avenger, right, was that he was like mixed into the Holy Grail, and that's what made it so corrupted, right? That was the whole concept of Angermanyu, right? Right. So would that make him technically the Holy Grail as well? Which means, does he exist by nature of granting the wish of the Holy Grail work moving on? If that ends, will he end as a concept in the same way Saber being around would probably end? Though the day and night don't line up, they are definitely linked by that momentum alone. And it's because these 4 days still exist that Beset Fraga McRemits is able to continue her war. Or conversely, as long as the nighttime war keeps repeating, the observation of these 4 days can perpetuate as well. No, what's fake is only the one person. Though he did make one mistake. It was a routine that consisted only of keeping the days turning. A simple task of spending the same old worn 4 days without the need to cause any changes whatsoever. On some impulse, he wound up finding it enjoyable. He intervened on purpose. As long as it remained incomplete and full of holes, it will never be destroyed. But because he wants to see new, boring, ordinary days, he's filling those holes of his own volition.
Nanda. ここにいたマスターが誰であるかは判明したんだから、あとは対策を立てるだけだ。
Fortunately, there's already a servant much more knowledgeable about this magic than someone like myself. The one who said, whatever, shattering the god of war's blade is a job for the hound's spear. I'll leave the house for now. My spoils for conquering this little hideout will be the accessory that fell on the floor. As I turn to leave, my eyes stop on the table once again. Accessories at the earring, Lancer's earring. My eyes stop turning the table. Yeah, that's still not finished. I see a mixed up, neglected picture. Just a little more of the puzzle that was never meant to be finished is about to be complete. Okay, they're just outright saying it then. Yeah, earring. Earring. I really only have like 3 things left too. Out of like 4, maybe under half a dozen. Well, okay, probably more like under a dozen new things that I could technically do. Well then. I think, yeah, I mean, just personally, I feel the desire for closure more than anything else, so gonna keep on trucking. At the harbor, there's a familiar face. Lancer can be found anywhere, but in the afternoon, this is where he devotes himself to his hobby. Well, what should I ask him about? Have I not done this already? Is the earring gonna be enough? One conclusion. To defeat the enemy that is yet to be seen, Lancer's cooperation is essential. It's not because the other servants are unwilling to cooperate. If there is even someone who can defeat her at all, it isn't Saber, and certainly not myself. No, she can fall by none other than the spearman's hand.
Lancer!
I call out to him. This, too, is a new fragment of daily life that I haven't seen until now. I explain the situation to the best of my ability. About the reproducing of the Holy Grail War. About Beset Fraga McRemits, who continues to fight at night. And about the fact that she needs to be defeated for everything to be resolved. And that is her former servant, Lancer, is the trump card. So she's been defeated many times. The key is defeating her so... that's the thing. So there was the mention before about get her to give it up, which Avenger being the one keeping it going was a red herring. Then it was revealed it was really her that technically was keeping it going through the desire to keep it going. And technically this is Avenger even doing the counterattack. The other solution, conceptually, was to defeat her. I'm trying to remember if there's more details to that outside of that, because she's been defeated quite a few times, as we've seen. Yeah, it's a situation that I think everyone's mildly aware of. Hey, look at you with both your earrings. Lancer remains silent. Telling him the truth, it won't be enough to change his response. Just like before, he'll refuse, saying it has nothing to do with him. So, before that.
これあんたに返しとくぞ。もともとあんたたちの持ち物だろ。
I tossed the earring I found in the mansion over to him. That's not it, you idiot.
どこで見つけた？まだ出会ってなかったんじゃないのか？
一つだけ落ちてたんだよ。あんたはあの洋館に行ってないのか？
行く必要がないからな。それに第一。
He couldn't afford to do so in the middle of the Holy Grail War. Damn it, I give up.
まあ預かっておくけどよ。いいのか？俺に渡しちまって。
それが最善だからな。ま、正直に言えばあんたにだけは返したくなかったけどね。
There's no point in saying that. Look, the point is... the earring has been returned to its owner. If even a present like this doesn't work, there is not much in hope in getting Lancer's help. Just like before, I must think of a way to beat her with me and Saber.
いいぜ。決行はいつだ？
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
考えて、え？
なんだそりゃ。付き合ってやるから時間を教えろって言ってんだよ。
A change of heart. Lancer has agreed to cooperate.
いや、助かるけど、時間は深夜。0時前に教会の広場だけど。
わかった。待機しておく。ああ、それと条件が一つな。マスター退治は俺がやってやるから、お前は手を出すな。セイバーも連れてこなくていい。
Mind if I bring Saber just in case, though?
あいつの戦法は知っているからな。1分とかからねえよ。
See ya, Lancer goes back to his fishing spot.
いや、ちょっと待った。
あんだよ。まだなんかあるのか？
いや、ないけど、いいのか本当に。頼み込んだみでなんだけど、女殺しと主君殺しはしないんだろ？
な細かいこと忘れろ。てめえの言葉に縛られてるようじゃ人生楽しめねえぞ。
So he says. He was the one who stuck by those details until the bitter end.
ランサー、あんた月賞破ったらペナルティを受けるんだろ？大丈夫なのか？二つも破っちまって。
And that was the end of the... That was the end of his myth. Through a conspiracy by Oh no! Medb... Kukulane had his left arm sealed after eating what he knew to be dog meat.
別に月収ってわけでもないし、なんとかなるだろう。言ってなかったが、クランの猛犬が最後の最後に守ったのは友の名誉だったとか。まったく困ったもんだ。それじゃあ何があっても守らねえと格好がつかねえだろ。
With a cynical smirk, Lancer disappears towards the wharf. The twilight of Kulin's Hound. Are we gonna go into this more? As he was surrounded by Queen Medb's forces, the bard sang to him like so. Give me your spear, or I will spread the story of your shame. I don't know. In that era, the songs of the minstrels were treated as truth, even if they were pure fiction. Kukulane gave his spears to the minstrels, the spears which had passed down into the enemy's hands. One by one, snatched all that was dear to him. There were 3 minstrels. The first threatened Kukulane's honor. The second pressed for the spear by threatening to mock all of Ulster otherwise. And the third... Cuchulainn had lost his charioteer and his favorite horse. Still, the third minstrel sang again for the last spear. There are no more spears to give. For the price of my own honor, for the ransom over all the Ulster, I have paid in full. I don't know, is this Cuchulainn? I'm not gonna sing. No, never mind. So said Cuchulainn, raising his voice. Okay, there we go. I wasn't singing. So that's... Damn it. I see, so let me sing to shame your family and all who are dear to you. Why am I singing? The minstrel laughed and sang in reply. Hearing this, Cuchulainn laughed at the top of his voice. I have no choice then, and tossed the last spear. By the enemy's hand, the spear finally pierced the belly of the hound. Well, that's sort of anticlimactic. I'm not sure why Lancer is willing to help, but everything is now fully prepared. Under the dim moonlight, tonight at the church, a conclusion will be reached. Yeah, will it be the one that we're looking for, though? I don't know. I don't know. And that might just be a good place to end it. I'm not exactly sure how much this is going to be, considering there's some variation. But yeah, like I said, I think I'm just going to go to the ending at this point. So, I'll see you all next time. When, I don't know how much is left of the main story, but it feels like we're reaching a climax. That might have been what she said. So, I'll see y'all next time. Drive safely, everyone. There it is. Okay, yeah. I'll see y'all next time. Drive safely, everyone.